Hey bestie, my name is God's Beauty Israel. Thank you so much for always tuning in to Gossip Gala. But research has shown that you've probably not subscribed to our channel. Make a no fight you, but what are you waiting for? Quickly click that button now and subscribe so you don't miss out on all the juices. Gossip is fresh. Hey, my besties, this is Gossip Gala, and my name is God's Beauty Israel, aka the Lady Vibe, aka Plenty, aka Aggressive Body. Should I continue? The aka just never stops. What's going on social media? What's going on? Bobrisky, what's going on? Hey, Bobrisky, how did they catch that man? Should I use man? Should I use woman? What exactly should I use there? What pronoun? Please, you guys should tell me before I say, the thing I heard in my ears. Oh my God. How are you guys doing? How was your yesterday? Like, how's the week looking like? Is it looking, gossip wise? You guys should just tell me what's really going on. And I hope you start your day today right? I tell you guys every time. Medical people will tell you when you wake up in the morning, take a glass of water to help your system so that you don't start having issues like kidney stone and all of these things. But did you gossip? Did you tell Papa Emeka that Nkechi just gave birth? Did you tell her that Nkechi did not marry, but she just. I hope you passed that information. Today is a day a day set aside to gossip, and I'll keep telling you guys that. Now I have one interesting person on my table. You know one thing about educating you're educating yourself even when you are entertaining yourself. That's what today's show is about. I have a finance guru on my table, so I want her to. She's definitely going to tell us how we are going to have 10,000 naira. We are earning 10,000 naira, 15,000 naira, and still build a house. I don't know how possible that is, but that's why I have her here. I have one other person on my table than Oluchiko, your personal finance girl. Hey,
Hi,
bestie.
hello.
What's going on? How are
I'm
you?
good, I'm fine.
I love the way you're looking. Oh,
Thank
let's
you.
first of all start with your cream. What cream are you? I'm very sure that cream has to be running on dollars because that's the only way you'll be looking this dashing.
Don't worry, the brand did not pay us for promotion, so
No.
I'm not going to mention their name.
I feel you on that. Let's talk a bit about your journey here, or do I say trip? I don't know which one to call it. Was that traffic? Was it okay? Was Lagos seeing you? Put me on that.
Well, Lagos, because when I left the house, the weather was cozy, and then 5 minutes into the trip, serious heavy rain.
Oh Lord!
My driver could not see. Oh, he wasn't seeing.
So you have to park?
No, but we drove slowly,
Slow.
and then as we left that
That's one thing I don't
vicinity,
like about this
it
kind of.
became better. Then the rain stopped. I got here and I didn't see rain, and I'm like, okay, oh,
How did rain not fall here?
not at all, at all.
I feel you on that. Now let's talk a bit about what you do, right? Finance. How did you get yourself into that space? Back of my head, I know just three things. Three courses I know people would want to go for. Or let me use courses now, or sectors people are more interested in. Is either the health sector, is either the law sector, and probably engineering, right? Anything that has to do with electrical, mechanical, chemical, all of those exactly. But when you talk about finance, everybody like, and how much they want pay you, be 50K. I remember having a conversation with one person like, forget that they are suit and white and black. Oh, see all these bankers, they need to pay them where. You don't choke me. So let's talk a bit about how you get into the finance space. What's it like and what's the journey? Tell us the journey and what's the future looking like for you?
Okay, all right. Where do I start from? Let's start from the journey.
The journey.
Because I did not study finance in school.
What did you study?
Food science and technology.
So
I have 2 degrees in
Oh,
food
wow.
science and not 1, 2.
That's plenty. So tell me how you now left the whole food business and you
Well,
went into.
I did not leave it per se because
Okay.
there would always be people are going to eat food.
Whether
Whether you like it or not.
I
So I'll
mean-
typically joke about how that is my retirement part because
Okay.
companies are minting money. When you talk about food companies, FMCG, they are minting money because people must eat.
Yeah,
People
sure,
would always
sure,
eat,
sure,
right?
sure.
So that aside, that was one of the reasons why I did the first one, the second one. So I've not abandoned it yet. It's still in the pipeline.
I love
But
it.
for now, I'm pursuing the passion to ensure that as many people as possible, as many as I can reach. There's the new tagline I'll be using, like very more like financial literacy for all, so that when you know what to do with your money, life is easier. It's better than you being stuck about, oh, I earned this amount, the money has finished, the money is gone. My job is to ensure that even though the money is going to go, you have confidence, you have peace of mind that this money came, I know what I did with it. So the whole personal finance thing, because I teach about personal finance, it started from family and friends, basically.
Is there a
So
personal story from that?
yeah, there is actually, because just like every other person, I made my own fair share of mistake. So I'm going to get there. So growing up, I noticed that I was not the best saver. I'd love to keep things. I love to keep money and all of that. But eventually I will spend it. Is it not sweet?
I mean,
there's always something to spend money on, right?
Yeah.
And as time went on, I wanted to become better because my siblings were better than me. And I'm like, oh, how can I be better? And after my OND, I had saved a lot of money. So I started working very early. Started working from secondary school, literally. So I was very good at keeping. So I'd saved a lot of money. After OND, I came back to Lagos. I was like, oh, it's time for me to do what big people do. Which was investing. So I carried all my life savings.
What?
And I invested. You can guess what happened. You can
Ah,
guess the
Nigeria
premium,
happened to you.
the premium tiers. So I didn't have enough knowledge. This company was, it was actually a very high risk business. I didn't know, because the return were very, very juicy. So if it looks too good to be true, it is already too good to be
I hope
true.
it's not the regular.
No, it wasn't MM. It was actually
Okay.
a company that was doing services for people.
Oh.
They had different sectors that they were in, and all of a sudden, whatever happened to them, and they had to shut down. And that was how everybody's money went along with it.
Shoot.
So that is like, you now have to do what you understand. I don't know if you've ever heard me speak, you hear me talk about, you have to understand what you're investing in, because if I had known it was that high risk, I probably would have just done a little, or maybe nothing at all, because why would I throw away my money?
I mean,
So that's that. So when that happened, it made me now realize that, oh, I only focused on one part of finance. I didn't focus on the other part of growing money. I knew how to make money. But what then happens after you make the money? And then that led me to a total 360 learning curve. And then as time went on, I started teaching family and friends. They would ask me questions. They were getting results. Everybody was happy. I was happy. I was helping people get better with their money. And it was, I think in 2020, I did a public speaking class, and the end assignment was to talk about one thing for a whole month. What could I talk about for a whole month without running out of idea? I wanted to do business talks initially, because obviously I was doing multiple business, side hustle here and there. But then I went for personal finance, which was not popular. And since then, I've not kept my mouth shut. Because that was the first time I actually went public, because apart from that, it was only people that knew me or affiliated with me that would come and ask questions. But since 2020, my mouth hasn't closed when it comes to talking about money. So that was like the whole turning point. So I started working with people, getting what's it called, more learnings and trainings. So it has just been a beautiful journey all through. So anything personal finance. So I don't know if everybody knows like the whole run through of personal finance. So we're talking about money, we're talking about making money, managing money. When you're talking about managing money, we're looking at tracking your expenses, we're looking at budgeting, we're looking at saving, then you're looking at making money, multiplying your money, then we'll now look at investing and just things like that, right? So everything you think about, insurance, protection, I can teach you how to get better.
I love
so that's
it.
like the whole, let's say 9-10 years journey.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's like a 9-year journey.
I love
just clammed up into like 5-10 minutes.
I love it. I mean, if you were out there, my viewers, right, my besties, I know for sure that, I mean, each and every one of us are always having these financial issues. I want you to start sending your questions now. What do you think? I mean, ways to, start a business, you're a SME and you're looking for better ways. Do you want to borrow loan? Those kind of small questions that are just running around your head. I feel like it's time to start sending the questions now, because, we have our finance expert here to dish us on all those questions. Let's really go on a short break to come back with On the Street of Social Media. Stay with us. Thank you so much for sticking around. It's time to gossip. I mean, I can't even start. I mean, I feel like there's just a whole lot to talk about. The first one I screaming is just looking at me and saying, "Please call me, please call me." And of course, I'll read you. Why not? The first one on the street of social media says, "I was banned from officiating in church because I didn't send money for my pastor's birthday." It took you. That one is deep. Let's read this story together, please. Okay, so this person started with, because I didn't send money for Papa's birthday, I am banned from officiating this Sunday, and more punishments might be meted after you have said it is a voluntary contribution. You aren't even minding the financial capacity of some. Others have sent, but I will not send. Next one, please. I wish I can share screenshot from church group, but make I leave them. What do you think about this? This is quite funny to me because I mean,
This is
if
shocking.
it doesn't, I God bless you. I think shocking is the right word. If I don't have the money to, contribute for whatever they intend buying for the pastor, right? I feel like everybody's even supposed to be saying, "Oh, sorry. Are you sure you're okay? If it
How
feels
can we
like you're
help
passing
you?
through it, exactly." But instead, they're like, okay, you know what? That office that you're in will step you down. Come on. What do you think about the story?
I'm lost for words because this is genuinely shocking. Like, so you will not officiate because you did not contribute. Why did they not just write it or put it there? Or is it that this is something that has been happening and he never paid attention because there might have been an undertone of this is what happens typically. So how come? How come you do not know? And first of all, why would this even be happening?
Right.
Okay. Make it make sense.
I mean, honestly speaking, I really don't know, but
Stop.
it's just like there's this comment I saw on the comments. Let's quickly check the comment section. Probably would read that. This one said lost. That's laugh out loud. In school, I was a choir director for one popular church on campus. Now so I steal my elder brother's suit. We go church. Pastor say make I so am I said. I know green. Next thing they remove me as choir director.
Choir director to be finer than pastor. He himself. Why is he going to stick
Oh
clock?
wow! But tell me how you are telling me to sow a seed into your life because I mean there's no reason to. There's just this whole
This
church
is
thing is making me laugh the more. Next comment, please. Okay, this one say when Jesus Christ was alive, now him they feed thousands of people, but these days now we they feed pastors. If you stop giving them, then go use you preach. This is the comment I was even looking for.
really.
Yes, now back then you not hear Jesus Christ, say anything around. You see something, you see that you don't have, he's still asking from you and all of that. Instead, he took it upon himself. He knew that was his responsibility to ensure that people that is following him are well fed and all of these things. I mean, there are so many miracles that he did, for the people that are with him to see that this person is really the Messiah. Do you get? But nowadays, I really don't know. It's making me laugh a whole lot. Do you have any input to this?
Well, it's quite saddening because if, like you mentioned in the part of Jesus, he also had a craft he was doing.
Yeah.
So he was making money for himself. He was a capital son and they typically would pass down their profession to their children. So he had his job. Even most of the apostles had jobs that they were doing. The other ones that were fishers, there was another one who was a carpenter as well. Every of them that actually followed him had work, like
So
they had a source of income. So answering to the comment that she made, sad, really sad.
So are you indirectly saying that our pastors of this time should also have a job doing?
So
They should not just be pastoring and all of that.
no, funny thing is a couple of them, there are few of them who have other sources of income. And that is how it should be, because at the end of the day, people will typically come to them for help. So it will be somewhat not as productive that they have to do the reverse every single time, where the congregation will have to contribute, though obviously the congregation would always contribute. But then there's also that part where they are also able to cater to people and cater for themselves. So yeah.
I agree with you actually. All right, that will take us to the next story on the street of social media that says Solomon Bucci sends a memo to Pastor Toby after his night out with Davido in a London club. So there's this video
Ooh.
where Davido and Pastor Toby is seen dancing in a club. But this is what Solomon Bucci said. Let's read this tweet together. Toby Adeboyiga, it is definitely not a pastor. Such a shame to the office of a pastor. You can't be a pastor and be like that. He should just drive his luxury cars, club and enjoy his Gucci. Stop mixing it with Jesus. Can we have that video so that everybody, see what we're talking about? So I mean, you can see we are all watching the video together. See Davido and yeah, and see him just by the side, by the left side of the video. I mean, this is actually a club. What my first question would be: do you think pastors are supposed to be seen in a club?
What are they doing there?
I like that.
What? How?
Oh
What are
God.
you? What business do you literally have in a club?
I mean,
So, what's it called? I think to a very large extent, Christianity has been really, really watered down. Because if you even want to go, let's not start from Christianity. Let's go to Judaism, like Jews.
yeah.
There are a lot of things you shouldn't be caught doing. If we even move to other religions,
Yeah.
there are a lot of things that obviously they shouldn't be doing. So why would you say you're a Christian and then you're doing things that contradict your rules, your regulations, your laws, all of the things that has been laid down? Let's not even say it has been laid down for morality's sake.
I mean,
So
you-
let's even remove. I want to start from. Let's remove the Christianity. Let's talk about morality.
okay.
So you are a leader, and you are set to lead people in this direction. And then the things that you typically condemn people for,
Yeah.
or chastise people from doing, or you're trying to say, oh, the younger ones shouldn't have any business doing this, and you're seen doing them. Where do we now strike the balance? So I think people need to choose the parts where they are. There's still need to be hot and cold.
Hot and cold at the same time. But when I saw this video, right, some person said, but I mean, during Jesus' time, he was also with the sinners and all of that. And some people also mentioned that, I mean, he might be in the club probably because he has a meeting with someone
Inside the
there.
club.
And I don't know. I said I'm waiting person tell me, now I tell you so. So what do you think?
I don't think there's any justification for this,
Right?
because I believe that when it comes to the way we live our lives, there are just some set rules on set things. There's the moral compass.
Yeah.
Because to a large extent, I'm not sure. I know a lot of pastors that would tell their church members to go to the club, or what do they even do in the club? You're listening to secular song, you're dancing, you're drinking your part. It's not bad to do all of those things. So I'm not saying it's bad, but you're now saying that you're a Christian, you're following Christ or something like that, and you're doing the things that contradict what you're saying. It just doesn't add up. It raises a cause for concern. Actually, that's what I think. We should be concerned.
Now, speaking to the secular songs that you mentioned, right? As a Christian, do you think those are songs that we should listen to?
Definitely no.
But they're secular songs.
Yeah, so what is secular song? What is the content of the message? So I think over the past few days, I've been studying a lot. And in my book club, we talked about, funny enough, it was inside Think and Grow Rich. It's not even
I think
a very
Napoleon Hill.
yeah, it's not even a very serious book. And there was a part that talked about how you need to protect your energy. You need to protect the things that you consume.
Yeah.
Like, you need to know the things that you consume.
Filter.
Because at the end of the day, it will now determine whether or not you are moving in a particular direction, how your brain can be a radio, and then what comes in is what goes out.
Yeah.
So if
garbage in, garbage out.
we now move to you being a Christian, you being then listening to secular songs. So this is where I will now ask, like, what is the content of that secular song? Is it edifying? Is it speaking to you? Is it leading you in the direction that you want to be going to? If no, then that answers the question. But then there's also the part where we'd also see some songs that just good, they are motivational,
Love songs,
they
relationship
are,
songs.
yeah, they are good. At the end of the day, see that will make up your mind on whatever you're gonna be doing.
I mean,
But I just think that if you say you're going in this direction, please go in that direction. Filter the things that you listen to, filter the things that you consume, because at the end of the day, you don't want anybody coming to rubbish you that you said
Kill us
X and you are
away.
doing Z, that kind of thing.
I feel you. All right, let's really check the comment section to see people's reaction on the story. Okay, this one says, relationship is not a scam. It is you who is interpreting differently. It is not bad to be in a club. It depends on what you are doing there. Like, is it? Like, it's not bad to be in a hotel. It all depends on what you are doing there. So, you don't see him.
Hey.
So the question is, what if he's there, like I asked before,
and he's drumming,
it's just like
and girls are there doing dorime, and they are half naked. Okay, that is all I have to say. Okay.
But like what I was telling you, somebody said that it is okay that, during Jesus' time, he was with the sinners, right? Convincing them to, turn from their bad ways and turn to Christ and all of that.
He didn't condemn them either.
Exactly. So you now watching this video and saying that, oh, it's a bad thing, or it doesn't make any sense that Toby, how will you say Toby is a pastor and you see him in the club? That he should better just stick to, his luxury lifestyle, him just going to club, enjoy his brands and all of that.
This one, I don't know. I don't have anything to say and enjoying, because let's look at that comment again. It's not what, like, so when we said that Jesus was on earth, did they tell us that Jesus was going